Did you know the average American spends nearly $18,000 a year on things they don't really need? That's more than most people spend on housing or food. And it's not just your bank account that's affected, our planet is paying the price too. In fact, consumerism is one of the leading causes of environmental destruction. Each year, millions of tons of waste end up in landfills, much of it from the stuff we buy and throw away. We're living in a world where buying more is seen as a sign of success. But what if that success is actually the cause of financial stress, waste, and even climate change? In this video, we're going to break down how consumerism is draining your money and harming the earth. You'll learn surprising strategies to save money and reduce waste. No need to sacrifice your lifestyle, just change how you think about spending and living. Ready to take control of your wallet and the world around you? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Invisible Cost. How consumerism drains your wallet. Have you ever bought something and regretted it a few days later? You're not alone. Studies show that around 84% of American consumers make impulse purchases. That's a lot of money spent without much thought. The problem is that these small purchases add up quickly. In fact, the average American household spends over $5,000 a year on non-essential items. But it's not just about what we buy. Consumerism makes us believe that more equals better. The desire to keep up with trends often leads to buying things we don't really need. For example, how many clothes do you own that still have tags on them? And yet, we continue to buy more. The impact on our wallets isn't just about spending. Consumerism makes us use credit cards for things we can't afford. According to a survey by NerdWallet, the average American has over $5,000 in credit card debt. Over time, interest on this debt can eat away at savings, leaving you stuck in a cycle of paying off things you didn't need. One of the easiest ways to break this cycle is by tracking your expenses. Start by reviewing your bank statements. What's surprising is how many people don't know exactly where their money goes. Taking a close look can help you see where you're overspending. Another strategy is the 30-day rule. If you see something you really want to buy, wait 30 days before purchasing it. This helps curb impulse buys and encourages mindful purchasing. According to the book The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, many people find that after 30 days, they've completely forgotten about the item, or realize they don't need it at all. Chapter 2. Eco-Savings. The Green Path to a Thicker Wallet. Imagine saving money and saving the planet at the same time. It's possible, and it's easier than you think. A great place to start is by reducing waste. The average American throws away over 1,600 pounds of garbage every year, and a lot of it is stuff that could have been recycled or reused. When you stop contributing to the waste cycle, you'll save money and help reduce pollution. One simple change is buying products with less packaging. Did you know that packaging accounts for about 1/3 of the waste we generate? By switching to products with minimal packaging or buying in bulk, you'll cut down on waste and save cash. Another smart eco-friendly habit is buying secondhand. Thrift stores are full of treasures waiting to be discovered. In fact, the secondhand market is growing rapidly, expected to reach $64 billion by 2024. This trend isn't just for vintage lovers. Many people are turning to secondhand items to save money and reduce their environmental impact. Investing in energy-efficient appliances is another way to lower your bills. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, an Energy Star rated appliance can save you up to 30% on your energy bill. Over time, these savings add up, especially in the kitchen, where energy consumption is high. Lastly, growing your own food can have a big impact. Did you know that the average American family spends about $4,000 a year on groceries? By starting a small garden, you can reduce this cost significantly. You don't need a large yard. Many vegetables can be grown in containers or small spaces. Chapter 3. Mindful Spending. The Anti-Consumerism Revolution. Mindful spending isn't just a buzzword, it's a lifestyle. It's about taking control of your purchases, focusing on what truly adds value to your life, and rejecting the constant pull of consumerism. Studies show that mindful consumers are not only happier, but they also tend to spend less, allowing them to save more. A key principle of mindful spending is distinguishing between needs and wants. Needs are essentials, like food, shelter, and healthcare. Wants are the extras, the things that bring temporary joy but don't contribute to long-term happiness. It's easy to confuse the two, but once you start recognizing the difference, you'll find that you can get by with much less. The trick is to pause before you buy. Ask yourself, is this something I truly need? Will it improve my life in a meaningful way? Research suggests that people are happier when they spend on experiences, not things. In fact, according to a 2014 study by Harvard Business School, experiences, rather than material possessions, bring longer-lasting happiness. Another powerful strategy is the envelope method. This technique involves setting aside a specific amount of cash for each category of your budget, like groceries, entertainment, or clothing. Once the envelope is empty, you can't spend any more in that category. It's a simple, yet effective way to stick to your budget and avoid overspending. You can also apply the one in, one out rule. For every new item you bring into your home, get rid of one. This forces you to think carefully before purchasing and helps keep your living space clutter-free. Plus, it encourages the habit of decluttering regularly, which can improve mental clarity and focus. In The Art of Spending Less by Vicki Robin, the author suggests practicing gratitude as a way to curb unnecessary spending. When you appreciate what you already have, you're less likely to buy things you don't really need. It's about focusing on contentment, not consumption. By becoming more mindful about how we spend, we're not only improving our financial health but also freeing ourselves from the pressures of consumerism. It's a path to greater financial freedom and a more intentional, fulfilling life. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe for more money-saving tips and sustainability hacks that can change your life. Chapter 4. The Trap of Keeping Up, How Social Media Promotes Financial Destruction. Social media can be a major trap when it comes to overspending. We scroll through posts of friends or influencers showing off their latest purchases, vacation spots, and lifestyle upgrades. According to a survey by the American Psychological Association, 57% of people feel that social media makes them compare their lives to others, which often leads to dissatisfaction and impulsive buying. The constant bombardment of advertisements on social media also plays a huge role in encouraging unnecessary spending. Research shows that the average person sees over 4,000 ads per day, and many of these ads are designed to make us feel like we need the latest products to be happy or successful. But here's the catch. The things we buy to fit in or look good online don't truly satisfy us in the long run. The solution is to take a break from the constant flow of advertisements. One strategy is to unfollow accounts that make you feel pressured to spend. A 2020 study from the University of Pennsylvania found that reducing social media use can lead to lower levels of stress and depression. When you remove the pressure to keep up with others, you'll start focusing on your own needs, not someone else's. Another tactic is to set specific spending limits before you browse. If you know you're prone to impulsive buys when scrolling through online stores, create a budget for entertainment and stick to it. Limiting your screen time can also help. Instead of spending hours online, focus your energy on activities that don't involve shopping, like reading, exercising, or cooking. Finally, take a step back and remind yourself of your values. Ask, why am I buying this? Does it align with my goals? The book The Minimalists by Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus emphasizes that living with less means embracing what truly brings happiness and rejecting the rest. This mindset shift can stop social media from dictating your financial decisions. Like this content? Hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop and get more tips on how to live frugally and sustainably. Chapter 5. The Circular Economy. Turning waste into wealth. A circular economy is an innovative concept that encourages us to keep products in use for as long as possible. Instead of the traditional take, make, dispose model, the goal of a circular economy is to reuse, recycle, and repair. In fact, studies show that a circular economy could generate $4.5 trillion in economic benefits by 2030. That's money that could be saved by rethinking how we approach consumption. One way to embrace this is by buying products that are designed to last. While items that are cheap may seem like a good deal initially, they often break down quickly, costing you more in the long run. Look for high-quality goods that can be repaired or refurbished instead of tossed out when they break. Another key element of the circular economy is buying secondhand. This isn't just about saving money, it's about reducing demand for new products and cutting down on waste. The global secondhand market is booming, with sales expected to reach $64 billion by 2024. Thrift stores, online platforms like eBay, and local swap shops are great ways to get what you need while supporting sustainability. If you do buy new, make sure you recycle the old. For example, when you purchase new electronics, check to see if your retailer offers a trade-in or recycling program. Many companies are now offering incentives to recycle items, like discounts or store credits. Upcycling is another popular trend. This involves turning old items into something useful or beautiful. For example, you can transform worn-out clothes into new pieces of fashion or upcycle old furniture into stylish home decor. It's a fun and creative way to repurpose what would otherwise be trash, and it's often cheaper than buying new. Finally, consider adopting a repair mindset. Instead of throwing things out when they break, try fixing them. Learning basic repair skills for electronics, clothing, or household items can save you a lot of money. As the book The Zero Waste Home by B. Johnson suggests, waste isn't just trash, it's wasted resources. Repairing and reusing helps you break free from the cycle of constant consumption. Chapter 6. Financial Freedom Through Minimalism. Simplify, save, sustain. Imagine living a life with fewer possessions but more freedom. Minimalism isn't about depriving yourself, it's about living intentionally and focusing on what truly matters. Research shows that clutter can have a negative impact on mental health, making it harder to focus and increasing stress. By simplifying your life, you can create space for what really brings you joy. One strategy to embrace minimalism is to declutter your living space. Start with one room at a time and ask yourself, do I really need this? Does it add value to my life? The more you simplify, the more you'll realize how little you actually need to live comfortably. Minimalism is about quality, not quantity. Another way minimalism helps your finances is by encouraging you to spend more thoughtfully. By focusing on fewer, more meaningful purchases, you'll avoid the temptation of impulse buying. In fact, a study from the University of Michigan found that people who embrace minimalism tend to be happier with their purchases and less likely to regret them. A great technique is the 30-day minimalism game, where you remove one item on the first day, 2 on the second, and so on until you've let go of 30 things by the end of the month. This challenge helps you get rid of things you don't need, and it's a great way to begin your minimalist journey. For many people, minimalism also means reevaluating their lifestyle choices. For example, living in a smaller space can reduce rent or mortgage payments. Studies show that 35% of millennials live in smaller homes to prioritize experiences over material possessions. Minimalism is also about reducing your environmental footprint. By buying less and choosing products with a longer lifespan, you'll contribute less to the waste and pollution problem. The book The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo highlights that decluttering doesn't just create a tidy home, it creates a clearer, more focused mind. Lastly, embrace the idea of financial freedom through simplicity. When you live with less, you don't need to work as hard to pay for unnecessary things. You can use that extra time and energy to focus on what truly enriches your life, whether that's traveling, spending time with family, or pursuing hobbies. Living with less is not about deprivation, it's about creating a life filled with more freedom, less stress, and better financial health. When you embrace minimalism, you're not just cutting down on clutter, you're investing in a more meaningful, sustainable life. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on frugal living, sustainability, and how you can take control of your finances in your future.